Alright, hello team, welcome to another video. This time we're going to be watching same player, Siege, once again, in DropShot. So, I'm very interested in DropShot. I think DropShot is the game mode, the extra mode that is the most similar to regular Rocket League, because it's really just the floor mechanics that are different. Opening up the scoring there, blue team. You know, in Rumble you got the crazy power-ups, in Snow Day you got the crazy puck, and then in Hoops you got completely different nets with different weird posts and stuff. But DropShot is pretty much pure Rocket League, just on a different map and a different floor. But all the physics are the same. There's no added fun stuff, which makes DropShot my favorite extra mode. And I have a feeling it's going to be my favorite mode to watch playing as well. I've never seen, high-level DropShot before. What we're going to be looking for is ground pinches, but not the pinches that we're used to seeing or used to classifying as a pinch. It's more like trapping the ball on the ground with your car directly above it. So you're getting multiple hits. You're not even worried about what damage you're doing. You're just worried about getting and the ball falling beneath the ground. Kind of like the first goal that we saw. It was pretty much just a blue car on top of the ball, on top of the ground, just pushing that thing through with no pre-control. Great shot from Siege's teammate there. He's playing with Christian again. We saw Christian in the Snow Day video. He's also playing with Full Stop, but I'm not sure who that is. Could be anybody. But yeah, it seemed to me from looking at all the extra modes and ball chasing that Siege is the player to watch. So that's who I'm gonna. That's why I decided to do these 3 videos on him. It's interesting. You know, I was aware of the fact that there was Rumble mains and DropShot mains and Snow Day mains. But I was not really aware of the fact that there was just extra modes mains, which, kind of makes sense. And that's sort of the casting that I want to be doing. I want to be looking at... I do love 1v1 and 2v2 and 3v3. But I do want to give the players in these modes a little bit more highlight. And I think it's fun to watch. So, yeah, I think the Rocket League community could stand from having a little bit of fun. I really like the fun game modes that, like the Madness tournament on Fear's channel with the 28-minute videos, or 20-minute 1v1s, or all the modes that Johnny's done on his channel in the past, but not recently, like 1v1s, and yeah, things like that. And me and my buddies have a couple fun game modes that we played. I think that was an own goal. Fairly sure that was an own goal from Full Stop over there in the Octane. But yeah, that's why I'm bringing you guys these videos. It's something that I would like to watch. I was going to go watch it anyway, so I figured I would cast over it. So Siege unable to prevent the ball from hitting the ground there. If any of you are unaware of what DropShot is, basically you hit the ground with different amounts of damage, that turns it into that light blue or light orange, and then you hit it again, it will turn into a hole, and that hole you can score it in. This is a very high scoring game. So this is actually something I was anticipating in high level DropShot, is there will be more high scoring games because players are so good at scoring in this mode, because there's a goal anywhere, and all it takes is a ground squash, not a ground pinch, but a ground squash, and it'll net you a goal. And the net is all over the map. So I'm not sure. I mean, outplays are still going to be useful. Flip reset over the last man. Flip resets are not going to be as useful as other game modes, I predict. And yeah, what else? I was playing DropShot with my buddies at a much lower level than this the other day. Nice save there from Siege. Great save, keeping them in this game, or keeping them winning this game. But I noticed something strange happening with, you know, it's what is it? A hexagonal shaped, hexagonal shaped field, and the boost recovers over time. So the rotations, well, not as clear. Nice battle there from Blue, just shoving it in there. The rotations are not as clear cut as other modes, and they're always kind of evolving in which way is forward and which way is backwards, as opposed to a regular field where you always know which way the other team's goal is. Yeah, so the rotations are very strange, and they're difficult to figure out. I don't know if you've ever played ranked games in DropShot. You're like, where do I go if I want to be effective? Like, it's hard to know exactly where is too far pushed up and where is too far pushed back and not helping your team offensively. But yeah, it depends on the amount of boost that you have and the amount of boost that you use on a certain play, whether you turn from the first man to the second man to the third man. But it also depends on where the holes are in their field at a lower level. Potentially now it doesn't really matter because players can score so easily just by squashing the ball. This is going to be a tough one. Couple lucky bounces there for the blue team. Great pass to Christian from Siege, connecting. Siege should be turning here, yeah. Got to keep the pressure on. That's a good pass from startup. Cheese mustache. We're in overtime. 3-3 overtime. So Siege is third man. Graduates to first man. Now he's... Yeah, it's all sort of muddled, right? It's even more muddled than on a regular Rocket League pitch. Blue team's in trouble. Siege is now third man. Siege is the player we're watching, by the way. Decides he can't get to that ball. Fails out of the challenge. So he's still playing, kind of playing third. Elevates the first and second there. Second man. And that's the goal. Crazy. Seven goals in DropShot is more than I've ever seen in my games. But anyway, that's game one. Let's get into game two. All right, welcome to the second game here. Siege again, the player we are following. Yeah, so it might be a little bit nonsense to try to talk about rotations if I don't explicitly know what's going on. But I'm gonna try to do it anyway and just talk about whether or not Siege is third, second, or first man in this DropShot arena with very strange rotations. Something else I want to talk about too later is that touch there. Is it worth getting the damage if it's a pass to the other team? And I'm not sure if it is. At this level, I'm not sure if giving up possession is worth getting the damage, although I could be wrong. Full stop there is trying to smash that ball down, get the double touch into the ground, double touch in the pinch there. So Siege is graduated to first man, going for the ball here, he's challenging. Now he's recovering his boost, so he's in third man, he's not going to press boost. He's not going to flutter his boost either. That's something that you don't want to do in DropShot, is flutter your boost. You want to use it or not. So holding that button down for long, or not for longer, but for more segmented intervals. Don't want to be fluttering. He's third man, he's watching. He's he's trying to predict where it's going. So he was thinking it's going to go to the far side of the field, ended up kind of going center. He's covering the far side. A little bit of a double commit there. Christian's got work to do and can't do the work. Maybe down a goal. Yeah, the rotations are so hard to kind of pin down in this game mode. Christian to Siege. Siege wanted to throw it down. Guess he could have been a little bit closer. Looking for that pass. He's going to go up for this. Looking for that double tap to make it a bit more threatening. Great pass from full stop. Siege didn't quite have enough boost to get there. So yeah, so watch what Siege does. Now he's got 0. I mean he wanted to go back, but he couldn't really go back there because of what was happening. And then it's also interesting because where is he going back to? It's a hexagon. It's basically a circle. Where is back? It's an interesting concept. Now, if you're just going to play the game at my level, kind of like diamond level, it's not too big of a deal. But once you actually start trying to win games with the team, like if there's money on the line here, like what is the best strategy? I'm just trying to figure out what that is. It's not super obvious. So they're down a goal here. Siege got flipped. No, he didn't. Probably would have used it if he had it. That's a bit cheeky there from Siege. You probably should have went back to the ball. But the thing about DropShot, another thing about DropShot is if you're up by 2 goals, that is like you're winning by such a large margin. I would be willing to wager that 80% of DropShot games end within 1 goal difference because getting 2 goals on someone is super tough. So Orange managed to bring it back pretty fast, but now they have to do a bunch of damage and score, and then do a bunch of damage and then score, while the blue team only has to do a bunch of damage and then score once, and they will be up 2 again. So goals are like extra important in this mode, which sounds kind of silly, but if you go up 2, it's kind of like you're more. There's so much work to be done before you get a goal that goals end up being worth more in this game mode. That's why I was so surprised to see 7 goals last game. So that's a lot of goals for DropShot. But it just shows the accuracy of these players is more. Ooh, and Siege gets caught out there, pushed up a little bit too much. So now they're back up by 2. Up by 2 with 30 seconds of DropShot is basically game over. I mean, nothing's impossible, but you've got to do a bunch of damage and score, do a bunch of damage and score just to tie it up in 30 seconds. That's not usually going to be enough time. And I think my assessment was incorrect. We're not seeing a ton of, we're not seeing a lot of air dribbles that are getting squashed into the ground, but I guess it is probably a little bit tough to do. It's tough to make that happen. People are going to be on you when you're hitting the ground. And that's going to be the end of the game. Let's get into the third one. All right, third game here. I really wish they would add another DropShot arena. I think that would be cool. This is the only DropShot arena in the map. Nice little tap there from Siege to get some damage. But now I'm starting to think that damage at this level is actually not as important as it is at the lower levels. I keep on saying this level, and by the way, I think that this level is the highest level of DropShot. For DropShot mains, there's not a lot of some of the most interesting YouTube videos that pop up for the extra modes is like pro players versus DropShot mains, or pro players versus snow day mains. The pros are probably still better at drop shot than the drop shot mains, just because they're better at the game. But this is the highest level of drop shot played by the drop shot mains. So Siege is carrying the ball here, trying to protect it. There's just yeah, we were talking last game about players going back and being third man. Kind of doesn't. It's sort of hard to define where that is or what that is. So you see there, like Siege had some time, but really the third man can kind of be the third man on the other team can kind of be wherever they want, because wherever you go, you are getting boost as long as you're not using it. So that I think allows for some pretty aggressive third plays, third man plays. Great shot from the blue team there. Yeah. Lots of pressure coming in from the other team. Shoot it to the ground in space, and you'll get the damage. Definitely a lot of inherent randomness too in this mode in drop shot, because your 50-50s. It's hard to tell who's going to hit the ball last on some of them, on most of them. Nice dunk there from Siege, hitting the ball down instead of up. Massive hole on the blue side of the field now. Demo plays, let's go. Demolition plays in drop shot. Siege is kind of trying to put it down there, which is a good play. He's trying to shoot it, but it ends up being a pass to his teammate. 1-1, basically even here. Their side of the field is not that damaged, as I'm saying that, of course. I was also hung up on the fact that I just called it a field, and it's kind of tough to call this a field. Nice leave by the orange player. So let Siege come in. Full stop. Not a ton of passing plays really coming in. It's more just hitting the ball to space and trying to hit the ground. And it almost looks like, regardless of damage, they're trying to just make holes. The damage doesn't matter so much. Could be wrong on that one though. I guess what you do. It's not that the damage is not important. It's just that playing the ball to space is more important. Very glancing touch by the blue team there to make sure. Christian maybe could have left that, and it might have been a goal. That's going to go above Siege. A little bit of a dive-in play, leaving it for his teammates in the back, in quotations. Whatever the back is in this hexagonal. That's a great play. Oh my God, we can watch that again. One, two, three. That's Siege had front row seats to that one. Just hanging out, didn't have to do much. But there's a gaping hole in their floor, so let's see what the blue team can do with that. They're shooting for that. Nice bomb onto Siege. Siege couldn't play the ball he wanted to. Good composure from full stop to send that into the ground where they still had some panels up. And last ditch efforts. Not a bad ball. And that's it. The orange team is able to hold on. All right, well, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything else like this. I'm going to skip Rumble for now because there's no way of seeing power-ups in the replay. So we'll just have to do a Rumble tournament at some point. Anyway, have a good one and see you in the next video.